Hey everyone, Nicole here. I wanted to talk to you guys today because I have my iPad here, and on Facebook, it was either yesterday or today, I think it was actually yesterday, one of my friends sent me an article, and she's a friend from college. I have a lot of respect for her. She's an amazing woman, and she sent me this article called Direct Sales, the Truth About Selling from Home. Hi, Belinda. How are you? And, you know, I read the article, and what was really cool about it is that it had a lot of information, but also a lot of misconceptions about network marketing companies. And, you know, I think some of the things that they talk about in this article, hey, Michelle, good to see you. But some of the things that they talk about in this article are the reasons why people leave our teams and why people don't get involved with network marketing. And, you know, honestly, I read it and I was like laughing because a lot of the things in here were things that I actually felt about network marketing too, until I found the company that I'm with now and until I got a little bit more education about what it means to be in business. So I just want to go through some of the things in this article. So the article talks about this woman, Sarah Johnson. It's basically talking about her experience with a network marketing company. It's called doTERRA Oils, and it's like, you know, natural remedies and essential oils. And so it says that she was a stay-at-home mom and she decided to get involved with this company. At first, she really liked the product, so she was a customer first. Hey, Phil. And then she decided to become part of the business because the person that she was purchasing the products from convinced her that, hey, since you're using the products and you like the products, why not open this up as a business for yourself so now you can purchase the products that you're using at wholesale, right? So it seemed like a natural progression for her. And I think a lot of people end up recruiting this way with their customers. They end up becoming partners or team members, right? So anyway, she goes through that she signed up, right? She signed up. I actually hate that phrase when it comes to network marketing. Somebody signed up. Guys, you're opening up a business. People are opening businesses. You don't sign up for a business. No, you register a business, you open a business. You don't sign up for a business. So I think we need to change our language a little bit. But anyway, she says that she signed up, right, for this thing, and she's going to make some money from it. And the first thing that she's complaining about in this article is the fact that she had to have a minimum order every month, right? So we all know about this. This is like your transfer buy or your auto ship or whatever it is that your customer calls it. And basically what a transfer buy or an auto ship is it's like a subscription service, right? So instead of you going to the store every single month to get People magazine, you get a subscription to it because you want to make sure that you get the magazine every month. You don't want to have to remember, oh, and by the way, you get a little bit of a discount when you subscribe and have it sent directly to you every month. So that's essentially what an auto ship or a transfer buy is. So that was one of the first things that she's complaining about. Guys, let's think about this for a second. Any business that you start, whether it's a traditional business, whether it's a franchise, whether it's a network marketing business, there are overhead expenses that are associated with businesses. This is part of the overhead. What's really nice about a network marketing business is that the overhead is very low because we're working from home, so we don't have the expense of brick and mortar. We don't have some of the, you know, huge expenses that traditional businesses have. So the fact that we have to do a transfer buy or an auto ship every single month is really just part of the cost of doing business. Oh, and what's nice about it is that, one, we can use those products. Two, we can sell those products, right? You always want to be a product of the product. Why would you sell something that you're not using yourself, right? So you need to be using the product. So, okay, you get to order it. By the way, that auto ship or that transfer buy is a write-off for your business. And if you're thinking about moving from being an employee to being a business owner, you really need to do the due diligence and find out exactly what benefits you have, what that means to you. Like, you really should be having a conversation with a CPA, whoever your accountant is, with an attorney even, to really find out what all the benefits are of being a business owner. You should register a business because there are losses that you know are incurred with businesses that you can write off on your taxes. You have a lot more benefits and advantages when you own a business that employees may not be aware of. So you definitely want to do the due diligence. Hey, Yadira, nice to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. So moving right along, so that's the first thing that she's complaining about, right? So she had her auto ship and she didn't like that. Okay. So, you know, the bad thing about auto ship is that you can run into a problem called inventory loading, right? And inventory loading is when you're either not using enough of the product, or you can't use enough of the product, your family's not large enough, or, you know, it's not a product that you're going to use on such a regular basis, or you're not able to sell through your product. And then the next thing you know, like in your garage, you have like 30,000 shakes. Like, you know, I've been with network marketing and MLM companies where literally like 3 years later, I still had product that I couldn't get rid of. And that stinks. So you want to make sure that if you're looking at a company, that you're looking at a company that maybe can pull from multiple multi-billion-dollar industries where you can purchase products from. So just knowing the platform that I'm with right now, I have an opportunity to buy everyday products that I'm using. So I can buy laundry detergent, I can buy makeup, cosmetics, I could buy skincare products, I could buy cleaning products, I could buy, you know, things for my pet. I mean, there's such an array that it's really rare that I would have any excess product at all. Plus, if you're really doing what your company needs you to do, and that's retail, I mean, you're direct selling. That's what you're doing. You're direct selling. So if you're really retailing, then you shouldn't be having all this extra product. But if you're with a company that, you know, really only offers one type of product, for instance, like essential oils with this company that she's complaining about, I couldn't imagine using $100 worth of essential oils every single month. I'd have to believe that somehow I would back up on that. So you want to make sure while you're doing your research about the company that you join, that you make sure that there's enough product and you're actually going to be able to use it or retail it. So one of those two things. So here's the next thing that she's complaining about. So yeah, okay. So she complains about the fact that she was asked, oh, there are a lot of hidden costs. This is what she's talking about. You know what? I used to feel this way too until I got educated on business, right? So what she's saying is that her monthly order wasn't the only cost that she incurred while selling. She says, I also bought tons of little sample bottles, droppers, and brochures to explain how my business worked. Guys, what is she complaining about here? What is that? If you're buying sample bottles and product brochures and business cards, like what is it that she's complaining about having to do here? Market her business, right? That's a marketing expense. That's not unique to network marketing. That, by the way, network marketing, by the way, multi-level marketing. We have to market our products. We have to let people know that our business is open. Yes, that's a business expense, you know. It's just funny how people look at these things and they're like, yeah, you know, network marketing's no good, or you know, MLM is a scam because you have to, hidden costs. These are hidden costs. Guys, marketing materials are not hidden costs. If you opened up a children's clothing store as a traditional business, guess what? You'd probably have to get some business cards. You might have to do some marketing. You might have to pay for some advertising. You know, let's say you open up, a deli, right? Maybe you want to do some samples. You want to send some sample food to businesses so that they can taste your food and know whether or not they want to order from you for lunch. That's all part of marketing. These are not hidden costs. It doesn't mean your company is a scam. It just means that there are costs associated with running a business. But I think sometimes what's difficult is the people that we're recruiting. So we're trying to recruit people that are employees, right? People that want to have more time freedom and that, don't want to have a limit on their income. But when you take someone from being an employee to being a business owner, there's a lot to learn. And some of that responsibility falls on us, but some of it falls on them as well, because they're registering a business now. I guarantee you that if it costs them $100,000 to start their business, they'd see an accountant, they'd see an attorney, they would figure out what kind of products they're selling, how they're manufactured, what's in them, what the benefit is of them. I have to believe they would do the due diligence because of the amount of the investment. And I think sometimes because the investment is so low to be able to start a network marketing company, people kind of forget that this is important. And then we get a bad rap when you see an article like this and she's look at this, she's complaining about hidden costs. That's not a hidden cost. That's the cost of doing business. That's a marketing cost. All right. So anyway, she goes on to talk about how negative recruiting is, right? So the real cash is in recruiting. It made her feel uncomfortable. She lost friends and family members, etc. I don't know how she was going about her recruiting and losing friends and family members. I've never lost a friend or a family member over offering them an opportunity to be in business for themselves. But recruiting is not a negative word, and recruiting is not unique to network marketing companies. Companies recruit all the time, right? There are job fairs. What is that? Those are companies that are recruiting, trying to hire people, bring on the right people, making sure they have a pool of people that they can choose from that are good for their company. And so, recruiting is not a bad word. So let's stop being afraid of the fact that we have to recruit. Yes, of course we have to recruit. And that's what she is saying. The real money is in recruiting, as if that's something negative. Well, you don't have to recruit, right? I mean, you could certainly, buy the products at wholesale and sell them at retail and do all the work yourself. But that's not why we got into this business. We got into this business because we have the opportunity to leverage our time and money. And so leverage is a huge thing there. And if you're not recruiting, then you don't have leverage. And if you don't want to recruit, then maybe a network marketing company isn't for you. It's not for everyone. It's totally not for everyone. And that is completely okay. It's completely okay. But, you definitely stop looking at it as a negative. It's not a negative. Let's see what else they talk about here. Oh, I don't know. She's talking about how you have to pay to go to different events, right? So you have to pay for training, you have to pay to go to conferences, you have to buy tickets to go to these things. Yeah, that you're in business. You're in business for yourself. I don't understand how network marketing gets a bad rap for these things. Of course you have to go to training. Why wouldn't you want to go to training? First of all, I had a traditional business, right? So the traditional business that I owned was a mobile massage therapy business where I went to people's offices and did mobile chair massage at their office. Well, guess what? I had to get a degree and become licensed as a massage therapist. That cost me money, okay? So in order for me to go into business for myself, I had to get some education and some training behind me. Nobody paid for that for me. I paid for that for myself because I wanted to be a massage therapist and I wanted to be in business for myself. Hey, Maria, how are you? And so, this is a regular cost to doing business. Conferences and trainings, these are things that we have to pay for. Listen, I have a friend that owns a car dealership, and guess what? Every year or every couple of years when the car company comes out with new product and new, they redesign whatever vehicle and they're coming out with a new vehicle. And guess what? These dealers, the dealer principals, have to fly to these conferences and hear about the direction that their manufacturer is going and the direction that their company is going. And they don't complain about that. Like, how come somebody's not paying that for me? I can't believe I have to go to these conferences. No, they understand that they're in business for themselves, and these are part of the costs of doing business. And so, I want everyone to kind of understand and realize that this is all normal stuff. This isn't negative stuff. This isn't stuff that is unique to network marketing. This is business. And if you're not used to being in business, if you've always been an employee your whole life, these are some things that you need to figure out. So one of the other things that people complain about is the retail profit margins. So I know you can buy your products at wholesale and you can sell them at retail, right? So I think the part that's missing for a lot of people, and I know this was missing for me when I had first gotten involved with my first company when I was 18 years old, was that I couldn't figure out, like the company would say, okay, there's 30% profit margin in all of your products, and yet when I would see what my retail profit was after I sold the product, it was not even close to 30%, right? So right away in my mind, I'm like, oh, this company's a fraud. You know, they're telling me it's 30%. It's not 30%. We've all kind of gone through this at some point in our lives. Don't lie, you know you have. But anyway, so here's the reason why. Okay, there's two different types of gross profit or retail profit. There's gross retail profit, and then there's net retail profit. And once you understand the difference between those two things, you'll understand that your company is not scamming you. So gross retail profit essentially is your revenue minus your cost of goods, right? So let's say you have a product that you're retailing for $100. So you had $100 in revenue. And then you have the cost of goods. So let's say it costs you $70 to make that product or to purchase that product at wholesale, right? So that means you have a 30% gross profit margin, right? You're going to make $30 on that product, right? That's just revenue minus cost of goods. That is it. Hey, Shannon, good to see you. Net profit is a little bit different. So the net profit margin is your revenue minus your cost of goods minus your SGA. So what is SGA? It's an accounting term that we use called selling, general, and administrative, right? So these are the other expenses that go along with the cost of being able to promote, sell, and deliver your product. So, you know, there's obviously more expenses that are involved, right? There's the credit card processing fees. Like, this is all part of net profit, not gross profit. So once people start to understand that, you'll understand that your company's not scamming you. If they're telling you that it's 30% retail profit, you just want to make sure that you understand whether that's gross retail profit or net retail profit. And most of the time it's gross retail profit. So there are going to be some other expenses and other costs that go against that it's going to be a little bit lower. What you net is going to be a little bit lower. So guys, the best advice that I can give is when we're talking to people about our businesses, or whether you're in a business or not, make sure you get the proper education. Make sure that you know exactly what products you're selling, why your products are better. I mean, a lot of times when we talked about the inventory overload, right, with people's transfer buys and auto ships and stuff like that, a lot of times people end up joining or signing up, right, not registering a business, which is what it really should be, and the product starts to get shipped to them and they don't use it. And you're not using it because you don't trust it and you don't know what's in it, and you don't want to start taking something, you don't want to start ingesting a supplement if you don't know exactly what's in it or how it was manufactured or whatever. And then a lot of times we end up looking at our transfer buy and we're like, all right, I'm looking at this bottle of, laundry detergent from my company and it's $15, and meanwhile, the bottle of Tide that I buy at the store is only $12. So why would I buy the companies? Like, now I'm spending more money than I should have to. Well, hey, Barbara, good to see you. I'm glad you joined. The reason for that might be the quality of product. You have to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples. It's almost like someone saying, why would I buy a Mercedes-Benz at $50,000 if I can get a Hyundai at $25,000? Well, yeah, you can get a Hyundai at $25,000. There's always going to be less expensive products out there, but it doesn't mean that the Mercedes doesn't have a value to it. You know what I mean? So if your products are more expensive than its competitors in the retail market, then and it's your job to promote and sell these products, you need to find out why your product is better. You need to find out what that differentiating factor is. So there's definitely some responsibility there to really dig in and see and make sure that you're comparing apples to apples. You know, you wouldn't go and compare the cost of a diamond to the cost of a cubic zirconia, right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Of course, you know, one's going to be here and one's going to be down here, right? So I think awesome. Thanks for the thumbs up. Once we understand this and we really start to get the fact that we are running a business, we're running a business, and I think we'll have a lot more success with, you know, people staying with the company, staying with our teams, and even the people that are with companies now. If you're with a company, yeah, you'll find more success that way. And listen, when we talk about, you know, I hear a lot of things about, oh, 95% of people that get involved in network marketing companies fail. Well, that might be a very true statistic, but here's why. Because when we talk about working your business, are you really, like the article, this girl talked about how she worked her business for a year and she ended up losing $3,400. The only time she saw a profit during the year of her business was when she held her one retail event. Hello? You were in business for a year and you held one retail event and you were expecting better results? Like, come on. I mean, this is common sense, you guys. That's not working your business. That's not working your business for a year. Working your business does not mean that you got up in the morning, hey, Michael, good to see you. It doesn't mean that you got up in the morning and thought about your business all day long. It doesn't mean that you sat in front of your computer and opened up your website and, you know, did mathematical calculations and tried to see which products gave you the most personal volume or whatever. That doesn't mean working your business means that you are following the proven system and that you're doing the results producing activities. It's called results producing activities for a reason, because it produces results. If you're not doing those things, whatever your company has outlined as the results producing activities, if those aren't the things that you're doing, then you really shouldn't expect to be getting good results, right? We can make ourselves very busy with our businesses. We can get up every morning, we can send emails, we can get on Facebook, and we can post all kinds of, somebody called it this week, oh, Ryan Stack called it fake hustle, and I love it, like, because you see all these people posting all this nonsense on Facebook, and they're doing this and that, and maybe it's true, but I'm sorry, I you know, some of it's not true. Is that a results producing activity? No. What are the results producing activities for your company? You have to find out what those things are. You know, in my company, it happens to be the ABC pattern. So when we're doing our ABC pattern, we know that we should be generating retail profit, we should be generating volume, etc. And if I'm just going to work every day to my regular job and I just happen to be thinking about my business and I'm thinking about, wow, what can I do next week to get my business going? Or, you know, I wonder if I give a call to that person and I'm speaking to one person a week. That is not results producing. And I think one of the biggest things that holds us back with network marketing is the fact that the ability to open up a business for a few $100s just isn't enough skin in the game for people to take it as seriously as they should. And that's such a huge problem. I wish it was $5,000 to open up a business. I really, you know what? I might make it $5,000 if you want to join my team, because people need skin in the game. They need to know that, you know, this is a real business. And if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to treat you like a hobby. And treating it like a hobby, what is a hobby? A hobby is something that you enjoy doing, but it costs you money. If you treat your business like a hobby, your business is going to cost you money. If you treat your business like a business, your business will take care of you. So I hope this helped out, you guys. Share it, send it out, send it to your friends. So true, Evalinda. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad that you joined me for these things. I will be posting soon. I'm getting together with my accountant. I really want to do a live stream about the benefits of owning a home-based business, the tax benefits to owning a home-based business, because they're huge. So if you opened up your home-based business and didn't really do it the right way, didn't really register a business and speak to an accountant, you may not be benefiting from all the things that you could be benefiting from. So I'm definitely going to be getting with my accountant. We're going to be doing a live stream together to talk about what some of those benefits are. Make sure that you subscribe to my page here so you know when I'm doing a live stream, so you can jump on and have your people come on too. Thanks so much, you guys. Feel free to comment. Let me know what else you'd like me to do some videos on, and I'm more than happy to do them. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.